The buildings of Indianapolis are location tonight, framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Thursday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that game against the Pacers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Reggie Jackson out there with Rose. And it's Snell in at the threesome. And for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's McConnell in at the point guard position. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
Pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. The pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in LA and say, hey, we're the best right now.
And here's Rose. Sabonis with the steal. McConnell with it. Working on Rose. McConnell with it. Pass to Sabonis. The kick out to Warren. 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Sabonis with the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Rose. In the corner, Snell with it. Over Warren. Snell, no good. Now the Pacers with it. And Warren, here we go. And it's Warren with the jam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Pass to Snell. And here is Drummond. He's covered by Warren. Drummond working against Turner. A shot, and that one's good. Drummond.
Oh, this is why they get Drummond the ball there, because he's skilled at finishing.
Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. McConnell kicks to Turner. Outside Warren. Down low. Knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. And stolen by McConnell. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Oladipo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 3. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Rose. The pass to Drummond. 5 on the clock. Here's Snell. Pistons passing it around. Here's Rose. And Detroit again with the bucket. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
And Detroit has possession. The Pacers making the shot. Rose finds Drummond. Outside Jackson from deep. They get it again. The second chance effort, and it's sent back by Turner. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Warren with the ball. Bucket is good.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. This is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Chalk up 2 there.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Doumbouya after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Back to Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Outside Jackson. Another shot. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pacers leading by 4, and a wide open look for Lamb. Turner passes to Lamb. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Lamb. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Wood. Plays it up off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Leaf. Banked in off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Oh, man, what amazing speed and body control by Jackson. Once he penetrates inside, he's searching for the foul on his shot.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
And he sinks the second. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pacers out in front, leading by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. It's a 3-point game.
It's a brand new era in Detroit, Kevin. I mean, Dwayne Casey has been given the reins, and there's a lot to like about the future. In the short time, has Detroit excited.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and Kennard pair up at the 1 and the 2. Wood out there with Doumbouya. And it's Morris in at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 5. Brogdon finds Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Turner's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pacers. And Chris, for the Pistons, as we know, it's been a while without sustained success.
Yeah, Kevin, they are hoping that last year was a foundation-type season. I mean, they had good results for them as they built this roster. This team is forming an identity and rebuilding the right way.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Brogdon. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Wood kicks to Jackson. Here's Wood. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Wood's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside Holiday. Passes to Leaf. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Pacers.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, yes, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, you know, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees he's accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Now, here's Warren. After the miss from Andre Drummond. Warren against Rose. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Warren. That shot off. And Detroit the other way now. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
And Griffin feels comfortable firing from there. He's adept at using the mid-range area of the floor.
Now here is Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Sabonis, the pass to Holiday. Indiana needs to get a shot off. On its way from Oladipo for 2. Offensive rebound Pacers. Second shot opportunity. And Griffin sends it back. Holiday against Rose. And it's sent back by Turner. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's a call. It's on Indiana with the foul. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Lamb comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Holiday. And, Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complement each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Griffin inside, defended by Sabonis. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
Kevin, that type of D, that's not going to get it done. I mean, he can't be giving up those kinds of shots.
Pass to Lamb. 1:35 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Drummond. Rose finds Snell. Now Griffin. Turner covering. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Let's take a look at numbers for Oladipo. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
Now, here's McConnell. The 15-footer wants to get it to Turner and does. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Rose. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Off target from outside.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
A main staple of Griffin's game. You can tell he loves getting up to dunk.
Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. 23 seconds left in the first half. The pass to Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. McConnell scanning the floor. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Over to the wing. Here's Kennard. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Pistons on top, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a different story than the first. They played with energy and confidence in building a 3-point lead at the break. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's McConnell in at the point. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. The shot's good from Griffin.
Oh, Griffin's presence inside is enormous. It's impossible to hold him in check close to the bucket.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Bangs home the trifecta. McConnell's got his second bucket of the night.
He's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Over in the corner, Rose. Pass to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Snell finds Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Now, here's McConnell. He's got 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McConnell's got 7 points.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Jackson dishes to Griffin. Outside for Jackson. Drummond working against Turner. From inside, the shot is good off the backboard. 6 points for Drummond.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. T.J. Leaves checked in for Turner. McDermott comes in for Sabonis. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Rose hits them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Outside Holiday. Rose against Brogdon. Back to Holiday. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's to
Nice. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now here is Holiday. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Doumbouya passes to Morris. On the wing, Jackson. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Now, here's Warren. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Warren's got 6.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Markieff Morris. Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut back down to 8 after they get the basket from Warren.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. To the left side wing. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got his second bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Lamb. Brogdon against Morris. It's up a 3. A shot that time, not on target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wood kicks to Jackson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now a 10-point Piston lead.
The catch and shoot, Jay, is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
Leaf passes to Warren. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pistons leading by 10. In the corner, Kennard with it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got 7.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Outside Warren. To halt the run. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Bringing the best.
Going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Pacers trail by 10, and on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Jackson at the point guard.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
Passes it to Snell. Here's Kennard, covered by Lamb. Griffin against Sabonis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
He plays with such rabid intensity. Love how hard Griffin goes at it. He's skilled at drawing the contact.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
And when Griffin is healthy, he's an effective player. A double-double threat who's tough to match up against.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pacers trail by 9. Inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
On the free throw, no good. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's stolen by Lamb. Jacks up a 3. And the Pacers another 3.
Good shooter off the dribble. Lamb pulls up, leaves the nearest defender in no man's land.
Pistons leading by 4. Jackson with the bounce pass. Pass to Drummond. No good that time. Good work defensively by Turner. Lamb with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Outside Jackson. There's the pass to Snell. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Kennard. And that one misses.
Well, what I like about Drummond is that he stepped up as a leader, which is important at this stage of his career.
Outside, Lamb. And here's McConnell. Back to Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Sabonis from downtown. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they continue to control the glass.
Rose finds Griffin over Sabonis. And Griffin scores. The assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Pacers trail by 8. Lamb passes to Turner. Outside, Lamb. Rebound, Detroit.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Here's Rose, and it's sent back by Turner. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. The Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers coming into town. And he can't get the first one. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And they better hope their performance at the line in the second half doesn't come back to bite them. Missing your free throws is a good way to cough up a lead.
Sabonis with the bucket.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Well, Chris, he might have been slept on a bit last year, but Jeremy Lamb had a great season.
Well, he won't be slept on anymore, Kevin. I'll tell you what, not if you're paying attention to the scouting report. He was the second option on offense for the Hornets last season, and he filled that role. He had a career high in minutes and points as he showed that he is a serviceable player in the starting 5.
Warren's checked in for Indiana. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Oladipo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
That free throw good from Oladipo. Pistons leading by 5. Outside Rose. Over Oladipo. And the basket by Rose. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Oladipo with the ball. Over Rose. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Any close to the hoop, and that shot probably gets blocked.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Drummond. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. He's off on that one. And Indiana will come the other way. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from McConnell.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We see this in the first half.
Now here's Griffin. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Warren with the ball. Pass to Oladipo. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Jackson. Here's Snell. Good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They trail by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Blake Griffin.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
There's 53 seconds left in the game. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
It counts!
Showing why he's considered a leader. Griffin wants to be the guy taking these important shots.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Oladipo. Count it!
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Snell. Sabonis against Griffin. Just 4 to shoot. Over Sabonis. Money!
Coming alive down the stretch. I like how Griffin commands the ball when the game is on the line.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. They get it back. Stolen by Jackson. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, very strong game offensively. What gave you the confidence to take over?
just putting in the work, and my teammates honestly believing in me and telling me to be confident at the end of the game. So I owe a lot to them. They came up with big plays. Just everybody working together.
Very good win for you tonight, Blake. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.